Goalkeeper Wixwell, is he getting nerfed? Is he not? People are up in arms. But what's the real answer? Let's find out. What's going on, guys? Blazing here. Welcome back to the channel, and thanks for joining me on another Raid Shadow Legends video. Alright, so I started out my day being really pissed off at the new event, or the rewards here for the champ training, right? This is BS. I did the video on that. I had to. It felt necessary, but I do want to bring you some, I guess, probable good news. So it has been discussed that Wixwell may or may not be getting a nerf, and Plarium came out to the CCs and responded to us and said, hey, listen, let's set the air straight, right?
Communication is key.
Let's clean up the mess a little bit here. And so this is what we were told exactly. As for the situation with Wixwell, we have previously mentioned that we are working on a complex solution to rebalance Hydra itself and Hydra Clash in particular. We'll communicate all these details about the solution in a timely manner once time comes, but I can assure you that we're not making any secret Wixwell nerfs that people are talking about at the moment. This info is not accurate, so please kindly make sure to wait for the official announcement before jumping into any conclusions. Now, we did talk about this a little bit on the Knights of Plarium podcast, where we said, could there possibly be a nerf? Would you support this nerf? You guys can let me know in the comments down below, but that's not what it sounds like. I do believe what it is going to be is, they did tell us that they're looking to see if champions should have different abilities inside of Hydra. So I think that's kind of what they're going with. Maybe kind of nerfing what Trunda does just in Hydra, but not everywhere else. And same thing for Wixwell, just in Hydra, not everywhere else. And I really hope that this is the case, because it just makes sense, right? It's one of those things where I don't feel like if they just do a cadaver comp kind of thing, they're not going to be happy, right? Especially since Wixwell was a champion that we got to pick on how to make, right? We chose those skill kits, and so I don't think that we're gonna get that kind of a nerf. This kind of makes me feel a little more at ease about, you know, saying that it's not going to be a nerf on the champion specifically, but it may be on that particular game mode, which I feel like for myself, I'm okay with a rebalance to Hydra and Hydra Clash. I think it's been long needed, right? Because let's face it, enemy max HP hitters are supposed to be some of the best nukers, right? And they've been outshined by almost everybody out there, right? When an enemy max HP hitter like a Crizia or like a Marius can be out damaged basically by Trunda within like 4 or 5 abilities or 4 or 5 skill turns, it's kind of sad, right? And I feel like this all just kind of needs to change, because it's not healthy for the game, and it's not healthy for the individual who's behind there playing it for 2-3 hours. I hate Trunda comps. I have a Trunda on my account. I refuse to make that comp. Not because I can't, but because I just don't want to be stuck behind here for 2-3 hours. It's just not enjoyable. I would rather go out and build a different champion or do some work on somebody else's account. But that said, I really hope that this kind of puts things a little bit at ease. I'm happy that Plarium is being transparent with us and telling us exactly in a timely manner of what's going to happen. I think this is what needs to happen, not the kind of stuff like this, right? So with that said, I really hope that we move forward, Plarium. We move forward. I think this definitely needs to be addressed, but being open, giving us communication, telling us what exactly is going to happen, putting people's minds at ease with this is a good thing. Keep it up. I don't want to be, you know, kind of flip-flopping, because the last video was really negative, right? But I had to call it out. But this right here, you guys can let me know in the comments down below, you know, what do you feel? What do you take this as? Is it Plarium just kind of blowing smoke at us, or do you actually think they're not going to nerf Trunda and Wixwell, right? I mean, they kind of said in the beginning that Trunda is a very hard comp to build. I get it. Listen, it sells void shards, it sells, 15x Chundas and Wixwells, especially we just had a Wixwell last week. It's a free-to-play team is what people are saying, the Wixwell Yannicka comp, so it helps us get up against some of those whales. I just feel like we kind of need to go back, look at everything, and, bring everything back. Scale everything back to where it should be, right? 2 years ago, before Hydra Clash came out, people really didn't give a crap about 400,000 points or 400 million damage. They did their one key and got out. I don't think that that's the answer, but I do feel like we need to kind of revisit this whole situation. So, is there a Wixwell nerf coming? No, it doesn't sound like it. I feel like, again, it's just going to be for that particular game mode, which I can take, right? I feel like Hydra has just gotten a little too far to hand. That's it, guys. If you got some time, swing by on Sunday, 2 p.m. EST for the Knights of Plarium podcast, where we talk everything Raid Shadow Legends. We talk about stuff like this, talk about the good things, the bad things, and the ugly things that Plarium does. And as always, much love, much appreciation. Be safe, be well, be good to each other, and I'll catch you guys next time.